In today's Sharp Saturday video, we're going to take a look at a new version of a knife that has quickly become one of my favorites of all times. Probably seen this one on the channel. This is the Paramilitary 2. I've been carrying this thing daily, literally for 2 months now. It's become, as I said, one of my favorite knives of all times. And then a couple of weeks ago at SHOT Show, I found out that Spyderco has come out with a slightly lighter version, the Paramilitary 2 Lightweight. And that's what we're going to take a closer look at coming up next here on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose. My name's Brian. Thanks for joining me for today's Sharp Saturday video, where it's Saturday and we take a look at something sharp. And like I said today, that something sharp is this brand spanking new Spyderco Paramilitary 2 Lightweight. Ain't she purty? And we took a quick look at this at SHOT Show, but I thought I would be remiss if I didn't do a little more detailed look at it for you here on a Sharp Saturday video. So that's what we're going to do in just a minute. But first, as usual, today's words of wisdom from the Bible. Today's wisdom is from the book of Proverbs, chapter 12, verse 25 in the NLT version. Worry weighs a person down. An encouraging word cheers a person up. That just seems like pretty good advice and pretty good wisdom to me. And, of course, a big thank you to my friends at Hog Holsters. Hog Holsters are the concealed carry holster that I've been wearing for going on 10 years now. And they are the longest running channel sponsor here at Survival on Purpose. Literally, I looked at hundreds and hundreds of different holsters. Okay, probably dozens, just don't exaggerate. At least dozens of other holsters trying to find the right one. When I found Hog Holsters, I quit looking. Hog Holsters are 100% made in the USA, handcrafted to fit your specific pistol model. No one size fits all. Again, 100% US made materials down to the very screws. Just absolutely the most comfortable concealable holster I've ever used. So check it out at Hog Holsters, and if you use the coupon code Survival on Purpose, all one word, you'll be glad you did. Now, speaking of made in the USA, let's take a look at this here Spyderco Paramilitary 2 Lightweight. Get you down here to the old tabletop, take a closer look at this thing, and just do a tiny little bit of science. You want to? Trying to give you some close-ups because she is pretty. This is the new Spyderco Paramilitary 2 Lightweight, and we'll put this up against the other one in just a minute. Let's talk about the specs of this thing first of all. It is over 25% lighter than this one, the G10 version. So pretty much the same footprint, same form factor, but 25% lighter. This one comes in at 2.8 ounces, or for those of you still stuck in the old metric system, that is 78 grams compared to 3.8 ounces or 108 grams for this one. This one has, this is my Carter scales on this one, I believe. This one has the fiberglass reinforced nylon scales with Spyderco's signature bi-directional texture on it for a really good solid grip. It also has sort of a chamfered finger holes, finger grooves here, kind of relief finger grooves would kind of give you a little more comfortable grip here. And it has, speaking of the handle, the close length on this one is 4.82 inches or 122 millimeters. Open this sucker up, and the open length is 8.29 inches or 211 millimeters. The blade is 3.47 inches long by 0.145 inches thick at the spine, or that again, that's 88 millimeters long by 3.7 millimeters thick. And the steel is Carpenter Technology CTS BD1N with a full flat grind. And the edge length is 3.08 inches or 78 millimeters. And it features Spyderco's trademark round hole here. Also, there's kind of a grooved, little bit of a finger choil here, grip choil, and a thumb ramp. It has some grooves on it. So you get a nice close-up pinch grip here if you want to do some finer work with it. But the grip is still plenty big enough to just hold it like a regular knife. The lock on this thing is their famous compression lock. I really have come to really like this lock because, for one thing, it keeps your fingers out of the way, unlike some other locks. You don't have to have any fingers in between, unlocking it between here and the closing mechanism. It has a reversible tip-up deep carry pocket clip. This is a wire pocket clip for just to cut down on weight again. and a lanyard hole. So if you want to put a dummy string on it, that's a really good idea sometimes. That's a good place to do that. And as I said, this one is made in the USA. That's pretty cool, I think. It's also going to be available. This is obviously the plain edge. It's going to be available in the fully serrated spider edge, as well as with a tumble finish like this one, or a black DLC coated blade and with black hardware. So that's pretty cool. This is the one they gave me at SHOT Show to check out. These are brand new on the market, so they're a lot of places don't have them in stock yet. The MSRP on this is $202. I will tell you that I looked on Blade HQ's website right before I made this video, and they're pre-ordering these things at $152 with just a $5 down payment. So I think that's a really good deal. This is a super good knife made in the USA. That steel, the CTS BD1N steel, is a nitrogen-enriched steel that's supposed to provide a really good mix of edge retention and hardness and corrosion resistance and strength and sharpening ease. It's supposed to be a really, really good steel, and it's got a good reputation. And so it's from Carpenter Technologies, and there you go. A very, very, very slick knife. Again, I've been carrying this one now for every day for about 2 months. You can see they're pretty much almost exactly the same size and everything. This one doesn't have as much relief on the fingers here. I kind of like that. And obviously, this is a lot less weight, so both excellent knives. But I'm really happy to see them come up with a lightweight. I know people have been asking for this one for a long time. Now, having said that, since we're not going to do our outside standard knife testing, because this is a folding knife, so we're not going to do our fixed blade scientific process, but we do have a little science we still have to do. As I said, this is a Sharp Saturday video, so hopefully we need to find out if this thing is sharp, don't we? And I think to do that, what we tend to do here, since we're all about the science, is to use that internationally standard sharpness test, the redneck sharp test. And so far, Spyderco has never let me down, so I have high hopes for this one. But let's get the old testing medium up here, and you can see us kind of try to mow it down, let it get renewed a little bit. But let's just see what happens here. Oh my goodness, looky there. Ooh, my goodness, look at all that hair there. It's shorter than it used to be, but it's still there. Let's try the other side of the blade. Again, we're just barely holding this. I mean, I'm not putting any pressure on this. Okay, wow, look at all that hair there, along with the dry winter skin. Somebody told me the last video I needed to put moisturizer on my arms. I suppose we could destroy the white balance and cut some paper, right? Oh, look at it. There she goes. Let's just see. Look at that. 2-finger hold. My gosh, my gosh, my gosh. Look at that sucker. Okay. We're going to call this one Shave-A-Yak Sharp. Chuck Norris's trash takes itself out. Alrighty, well that was the science portion of our video. And now I have a big decision to make. Do I carry this one, or do I carry this one? I suppose I could carry them both, but that might be slightly redundant. I gotta say, the 25% weight difference might be a big factor. Since its capabilities are the same, this one just doesn't weigh as much, so this is probably going to find its way into my pocket pretty soon, and this one will be kind of like in my bag or something. But yeah, it's just a really, really, really nice knife, as usual from Spyderco. And as usual from Spyderco, this thing is scalpel sharp straight out of the box. So again, I've said this so many times, like every time I do a video and a knife is not sharp, somebody always, without fail, says, any idiot knows, or something to that effect, that you have to sharpen a knife. I'm like, well, again, Spyderco didn't get the memo. So there you go. Like I said, this thing is just brand new on the market, so you may not be able to find it now. You can certainly pre-order it at Blade HQ, but if you've been looking at these things, this is one of the most popular models Spyderco has, and you realize, man, I really like the lightweight knives. They're here, so get in line to get you one. And this is the Spyderco Paramilitary 2 lightweight. Close it up, Brian. And this has been today's Sharp Saturday video. Thanks again to the folks at Spyderco for sending me this. Actually, they gave me this at SHOT Show to bring home and show you. And as always, thank you for watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival's not an accident. Be prepared. I will see you next time.